The spark of arrogance. The galaxy had grown accustomed to silence. The great powers fought among themselves, drew borders, and preached about peace only when it was convenient. In this silence, a colony of humans on the fringe, small, industrious, and largely ignored, was struck down. It was not war, it was cruelty. A coalition of alien raiders descended on the human settlement of Carrion IV, slaughtering thousands, torching cities, and turning orbital stations into fields of drifting debris. They laughed while doing it. To them, Earth's far-flung colony was an experiment, a fragile outpost that no one would miss. They broadcast their victory. "The humans are weak," their commanders sneered. "They are too scattered, too divided, too late to matter. Their allies will not come. Their fleets cannot protect them, and the galaxy will look away." They were right at first. The galaxy looked away. The mockery of silence. The surviving raiders paraded through trade routes with banners of human skulls etched on their hulls. They mocked Earth's supposed civility, calling humanity the children of a dying world. At gatherings of alien states, diplomats scoffed. Humans are ambitious but toothless. They cannot fight the order of the stars. No one condemned the massacre. No fleets were sent in warning. The galaxy calculated profit, not justice. They believed Earth would do the same, count the losses, bow its head, and beg for mercy. Whispers spread in alien courts. The humans will forget, they must. They cannot afford vengeance. They forgot one thing: humanity does not forget. The stillness before the storm. For weeks Earth was quiet, too quiet. Alien observers mistook that silence for defeat. They saw no speeches, no threats, no calls for war. Instead, communications blacked out. Civilian fleets went dark. Stations locked down. Colonies stopped trading openly. Something was moving beneath the surface. In the silence of that gathering storm, ancient shipyards on Luna reignited. Asteroids once hollowed for minerals became foundries. Old treaties restricting Earth's military expansion were burned, one after another. Human engineers worked sleepless nights as steel titans rose in orbit. The raiders laughed. What can they build? A few frigates, a handful of escorts. They have no empire, no fleets, no centuries of war to guide them. But Earth had something older than empires, older than stars themselves: memory. The breaking of chains. The day came without warning. Across the galaxy, comms erupted with a phrase repeated in every tongue, every channel. "This is Earth. You harmed our people. You thought we were alone. We are not. We are many. We are coming." And then the silence shattered. From Mars to Titan, from hidden bases in the Uit cloud to colonies buried under Europa's ice, warships surged forward. Not frigates, not escorts, but dreadnoughts the size of cities, carriers that blotted out suns, and armadas that moved in formation like iron storms. Their hulls bore no crest, no plea, no symbol of mercy. Only one word etched into the steel: humanity. The galaxy froze. Observers who had mocked Earth felt their throats close. For every destroyed colony, 10 fleets rose. For every civilian lost, 1,000 missiles primed. The vengeance of Earth. The raiders had expected reprisal, a skirmish, perhaps a raid. What came instead was annihilation. The first fleet entered Carrion space, and the stars went dark. Clouds of carriers deployed drones that swarmed like locusts. Railguns thundered with the weight of mountains, splitting capital ships in half. Orbital platforms were ripped apart before alarms could sound. Aliens who once laughed screamed for reinforcements. None came. Those who tried to run found the exits sealed by silent human destroyers waiting in ambush. The galaxy watched broadcasts in horror. Not of speeches, not of trials, but of execution. Entire enemy fleets turned to silent wreckage drifting in the void. The humans did not bargain. They did not hesitate. They answered death with extinction. The collapse of the invaders. Planetary strongholds where raiders had feasted on stolen wealth burned under precision bombardment. Human ground forces landed like thunder, armored soldiers in exosuits moving through streets with unbreakable discipline. There were no negotiations. Those who had laughed at slaughter now begged for mercy. None was given. Every system complicit in the attack on Carrion IV was erased, bases glassed, fortresses reduced to molten craters, fleets hunted across hyperspace until nothing remained. The galaxy's arrogance cracked, the whispers changed. They were supposed to be weak. How did they build this? How did they become this? And then came the question that froze even the boldest empires. If this is their answer for one colony, what would their vengeance be for Earth itself? The fire across the stars. Human fleets did not stop at retribution. They pushed farther, deeper, carving scars across the map of the galaxy. Worlds that had once dismissed humans as insignificant were forced to watch as skies blackened with steel and fire. Carriers unleashed drones in swarms of millions, blotting out stars. Orbital strikes cut rivers of molten glass into alien soil. Every city that had cheered the raiders was reduced to silence. The galaxy realized too late that humanity's patience had limits. When pushed, they did not strike back with equal force. They struck back with everything. Alien historians would later write, "The humans do not escalate, they end." The silence after fire. And then, as suddenly as it began, the fleets went still. The surviving raider worlds were ash, their fleets gone, their leaders dead. The humans stood in orbit, weapons primed, and then spoke once more. "This is Earth. We do not seek conquest. We do not seek your thrones. But when the galaxy looks away, when our people are harmed, we will answer. And when we answer, there will be nothing left of those who struck us." And with that, the fleets withdrew, like storms fading into the horizon. Whispers in the shadows. The galaxy fell into a silence more terrible than war. In cantinas and palaces, in military councils and trade halls, whispers spread. Never provoke Earth again. Children of alien worlds grew up with human vengeance as a bedtime story. Generals rewrote doctrine with one commandment: avoid human wrath at all costs. Survivors of the raider clan spoke only in hushed tones, trembling when the word Earth was uttered. They had seen annihilation. They had lived only because humanity allowed them to live. And in the quiet, a lesson etched itself into the galaxy's soul. Humanity's patience was vast, their silence was long, but their vengeance was infinite. Final echo. Centuries later, when scholars debated the rise and fall of empires, they all pointed to one moment, when the galaxy looked away and a human colony burned. That act had not broken Earth. It had forged it. What the galaxy had mistaken for weakness was restraint. What they mocked as silence was preparation. What they thought impossible was inevitable. When the galaxy looked away, it thought humanity would fade into dust. Instead, humanity answered the call dark, ruthless, and absolute. And the stars themselves seemed to whisper, "Never again, never provoke Earth."